The last thing is that cop down in Florida. Was that Florida?
I don't know. I'm not sure what city it was,
No, no,
what state
Atlanta,
or city or
Atlanta.
state
It's
it
an
was.
Atlanta cop, Atlanta police officer. He got caught at a park with his side piece going into the back seat of his squad car.
Maryland.
Maryland. Okay,
Okay.
okay, gotcha.
Maryland.
Thank you, cool. Yeah, he got caught going into the back seat of his squad car and engaging in interactions with the female. And then his wife responded that, okay, no. His wife, no, you know the interaction between his wife and the side chick, right? Because they both came
Yeah.
out and kind of said things.
Yeah.
What they say?
Yeah. Basically, the wife came out and said that she knew the woman that he was dealing with.
Right, okay.
And the woman that she was dealing with, she had already ruined her marriage
By cheating.
by cheating.
Right, yeah.
And basically, the chick that was on the video with the cop said, "Well, the reason why your husband's with me is because you already got caught cheating out there, and basically, like your marriage is over, type of thing." And
So just allegations being thrown.
yeah,
around.
throwing all over the place.
Mudslinging.
Yeah, it's that Spider-Man meme when it's three
Mudslinging.
Spider-Mans pointing at each other. They all cheating and blaming each other.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? It's a mess.
Yeah.
Shit show.
I mean, okay, but he had to know that he was being looked at, seen.
Yo,
I don't think
it's a
knew
theme,
at
man.
all.
It's a theme.
Maybe
Dudes
it-
crashing out.
Or maybe it's his short, like
For chicks,
or
bro.
maybe it was his shorty. Where maybe he come through there. I don't know. Maybe because nobody seemed to be that alarmed by it. I guess. Right.
Well, they were alarmed enough to videotape it. That was like a I think that was sort of like a random person
But it was-
Yeah,
videotaping.
it seemed like
Right,
a regular person
right.
at the park. Was
Yeah.
like, yo, this interaction
Listen,
look a little
where
crazy.
that person is taking the video from, you could probably see the person with the phone up, standing there. They don't seem like they're behind anything. They seem like they're sitting.
Well,
My boy
you never know. You never
his
know.
nose was that open. He ain't give a fuck. He ain't care about nothing.
Yeah.
And in that case, he's probably gonna lose his career over it, lose his marriage over it. You know.
Dudes crashing out over pussy, man. That's what happens. That's what happens, man. The power of it, man. The power of a woman.
Power you.
Like, yo, bro.
Power you.
A lot of times men can't fight that temptation. They can't fight it. And they will lose their families, their careers. Yo, wars have started over women.
Well, in that case, right, it seemed like Shorty knew the whole situation. So the only thing that was holding him back was someone catching him. You know what I mean? Like, he just got caught out there because he was
But he was on Front
in,
Street.
in uniform.
Yeah, he was on
in
Front
the
Street.
backseat of his squad car. Yeah, the level of thirst of that is crazy. You know what I mean?
What do you think gets a man to that level of, like, yo, just crashing out? Do you think it's like, all right, your situation at home is that bad, or you're lacking sex, or your relationship is just over with, and I don't care if I get caught, it's over with anyway?
I think it's got to be the latter. I think he don't care if he get caught. He just got to get this anyway.
Mm.
Either that or it's a lack of discipline. It's a level of discipline to being married, yo. Like, yo, the only person who's gonna say that you're off the market is you. You know what I mean? Like, we're all still, good looking men. Like, yo, the ring is a multiplier. Like when women see you're married, it don't really stop anything. You know what I mean? There's plenty of women out there that are willing to be a side chick.
Mm.
And I think that list of women is growing by the day. The only thing that's stopping anybody out here that's in a committed relationship from cheating is you and your level of discipline and your level of committing to you and your spouse's future. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just got to be able to see the bigger picture through all this shit. You know what I mean? sometimes people fuck up, man. You know what I mean? But it all depends on how bad the fuck up is, how public it is too. I think public fuck ups are a lot worse than, like I said all the time. If people know,
You gotta go.
you gotta go, man. You gotta go, man. For her to make, you know what I mean, the shade room, a baller alert, and all that fly shit, I don't think she had no other recourse but to save face and get the fuck out of Dodge. You know what I mean?
Well, from what I gathered from the caption is that the wife may actually stay.
Okay.
Like she's going back and forth with the woman as if she still wants to be in a marriage with her husband.
Okay. All right.
But I guess
Good for her.
to our earlier question is this might be a situation where a woman cheats, she might take him back because he cheated, she cheated.
Bro, what was one of the first videos you watched on this show tonight? Was people explaining their toxic likes,
Yeah,
right?
toxic.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could have already been in a high toxic situation that just
Mhm.
goes back and forth, like you
So-
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
All right. So
Yeah, I think we covered it all, man. We covered the whole gamut of cheating and all that. Cool. You take anything from this episode, man? What you got for me?
Crime don't pay.
it don't.
Mm,
It don't pay. It don't pay, bro.
not part.
I honestly, I know some people, they may have some reasons on why they step out in their relationships, and to them it may be valid. But for me, I don't know. I might sound like a lame or whatever, but like if you stepped into that situation, what's the point in doing that? Like you can't. Nobody can tell me of like a real valid reason why you step out versus if it's that bad. I tell somebody, yo, leave before you do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you want to. In anything that I do or any relationship that I would be in, I would want to say I tried, I did my best to make it work, right? And I didn't taint the situation,
Yeah.
right? Because if somebody does me wrong and I could say, yo, they did me wrong, but then when we start to talk about it and be like, well, yeah, since you was doing me wrong, I did you wrong too or whatever. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's like,
Hey,
then you just muddy in the waters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, yo, it's like who did what first or whatever, and it's like a different type of discussion after that.
We had a lot more. I had a lot more smoke for the women who cheated. Is there a difference when a woman cheats and a man cheats?
Well, like you said, man, women, they're more emotional cheaters, and men, not so much. But a lot of the times, we say that, but men get caught up also.
Yeah.
They get caught up also.
Oh,
Don't
niggas love sock shit.
don't get it twisted. Like we get, I think men get caught up in the newness of something. You know what I mean? When you're in a relationship, when you're in a marriage, like it's you got to keep the spark, right? So it gets monotonous sometimes, right? And you get into a routine, and that other situation might just be something new that breaks the routine, and it'll be just that simple sometimes to men. But then,
Boredom.
when you get into a situation, an extra situation, a lot of the times that man or that woman, they already know the answers to the test, so they can ace it. You already confided in them
Yeah.
on all the negatives that are going on in your relationship.
Yeah,
So
makes
all
it
they
go
got to
easy.
do is just fill the holes up, fill the
Could be a
gaps.
Fun girl. Yo,
Yeah.
my wife is, square. She nag too much, whatever.
Mhm.
You get the fun girl. The initial name of this episode was gonna be "Does the Side Chick Make It Better?" That came from. I watched a couple of panels of them discussing these situations,
Mhm.
and there was a woman on there that was a side chick for a couple of years, and she described herself as the glue that held their family together. Everything that he couldn't come to her with, he came to her with, and everything that his wife wasn't, she was. So she proclaimed herself to be, you know, the person that held their family together, because without her, they'd be a reckless, like they'd be a wreck, and they've been broke up. She says that she made him a better person to go back to his wife.
She's delusional.
She's delusional, right?
Yeah.
She's getting used
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean?
In a sense, in a sense,
washing up in her sink
in a sense,
and taking his ass home to her family.
family. And sometimes, yeah, the cheater is delusional also.
Yeah.
Right, because the person you should be communicating with the issues is your significant other.
Absolutely.
Right, that's the only way it's going to get fixed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I would believe that a better situation is to have a hard conversation with your significant other about what you feel is not going right in the relationship versus speaking to someone else, cheating with someone else, and then it coming out, and then you communicate it to that person. And when they ask you, why'd you step out or do X, Y, and Z with this other person?
All right.
So, people, they get caught up in that newness, that lust, that all that other stuff. It clouds the judgment. It clouds the mind. You know what I mean? And people will try to rationalize their faults, but it's simply delusion.
I think we know the answer, but who has more to lose in cheating? Like, if they get caught, like who has more, men and women? Like who loses more?
I don't think there's a right answer for that. Because they both lose a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
they both lose their families. It's just what their families mean to them.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So to some men, it might be like, yo, I got to pay for a household that I'm not living in. I got to pay for X, Y, and Z because I left a relationship or whatever. Right. And then that might be the issue. Then after that, they'd be like, yo, I don't get to see my kids like I used to. I don't live in the same house as them.
Yeah.
But if the woman does, she might be like, yo, like, I don't, I might have lost my husband. Then if a woman is more emotional and she feels like that dude that she was dealing with, they were kind of going to be together, and then dudes are finicky. Once that excitement is gone and the person finds out, and this is what happens sometimes when people cheat. When they get found out and it's over with, they like done with it. Like, all right, playtime is over. All right, I'm going to move on. And then I wrecked your life and your family, but now I'm moving on.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, oh, shit, I'm left holding the bag. My family's destroyed. My relationship's destroyed, everything like that. And now you going too.
He moved on. You guys, you just sitting there by yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like in the case of the first joint.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right.
Don't cheat, y'all.
Don't cheat, man. Don't cheat. Yo, you better off.
Why
you have any issues?
Don't
married
pay.
men.
Crime don't pay.
Yeah, man. Communicate, and if it's that
crimes,
bad, if it's that bad,
communicate.
Or you
work on your sex life. Speak on things. You know what I mean? Communicate, yo. No matter how hard it is, no matter, yo, you might ever sleep on the couch. You know what I mean? Because it's a touchy subject, yo. But get it out there. Communicate. Work it out, dogs.